Okay, so we're recording. Sorry. So today we're talking about expanding your network. So I'm going to give a bunch of examples and ideas and thoughts, and you guys can chime in at any time if you have any ideas or things that you do. You know, when I started coaching, I remember my first call that I was on, like the Team Positude call. We created a list of, you know, people that we wanted on our team, like kind of a dream team type of thing. And there's actually not a single person on my dream team list that's on my actual team, but that's all right. It was still a good exercise to like talk to people. And for some reason I wrote down, I don't know what we were talking about. I wrote down how many Facebook friends I had, and I had like 527. And I was like, man, that's not going to get me too long with Success Club and all that. So now I'm up to like 11, almost 1100 or something. And I mean, I didn't try very hard for a long time, but now I'm definitely trying harder. So, Facebook friend requesting, I think, is the easiest way. It's like, oh, you can just be like sitting on the toilet and like scroll, click, 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 click. Like I just look for girls that I have like more than 5 friends in common with. But I always check. The one thing, it's easier for me to do it on the computer because I can just like hover over the mutual friends and make sure it's not like all of you guys are like, you know, all of Team Positude. Because
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I always do that because I mean, it's happened a couple times and it's fine, like not a big deal. Or like I'll go to friend someone and I'll be like, I didn't know they were a Beachbody coach, and you couldn't tell. This girl yesterday friended me, and she's not on Team Positude or anything. And when someone friends me, I always send them a message being like, hey, thanks so much for the friend request. How are you? That's it. Sometimes it gets the conversation going, sometimes it doesn't. But before I send them a message, I like to look and see what they're all about, make sure they're not a coach. And she was for some other team, but before looking at her page, you couldn't tell because she just didn't have anything that you would be able to tell that she was a coach, except it said like works at Beachbody, like something, you know, whatever, coach at Beachbody. So Facebook friend request, I make sure minimum I do 5 a day. So like I just do it and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I just stop counting. And I probably do 15 a day friend requests, but not everyone accepts. So they, you know, probably, I don't know what percentage accept exactly, but, and you know, I don't do it on the weekends either usually. So, that's the easiest way. The key to friend requesting people is messaging them, obviously. So to grow your friend list and network and not be talking to those people is pointless. So, you know, anytime you can see when they accept your friend request, if you want, you can like start a little list if you don't have time to message them now. Cause like, you can see, I think maybe like the last 5 that requested you. I don't know how far back it goes. But you can like, if you're like, you know, on your phone, be like, oh, you know, Sally Joe and blah, blah, friend accepted. And then you can send them a message and just, you know, depending on your level with them, if you don't know them at all, just be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Thanks so much for accepting my friend request. How are you? I see that, you know, we have kids about the same age or something like that, you know, just do a little forming. Because you never know who will look at your page and be like, oh my God, I want that. Like the money, the friends, the fun, the weight loss, the community, whatever it is. So, and also, well, we'll get to that. Okay. So that's Facebook friend request. I say that's the number one, the easiest way to expand your network. The only glitch or whatever the word is that you can only have 5,000 Facebook friends. So at some point, that's not going to be an option anymore. So obviously, at least me, I'm far from that, but I keep that in mind too. I have the little follow button at the top, hoping people can follow me. There's something in my settings. So whenever a Beachbody coach that's not on our team asks to be my friend, I don't decline them. I just don't accept it. So they can see all of my stuff, but I won't see their stuff. I'm public, so they can comment on my wall and stuff. So that's why it looks like I have like 55 followers. They're really all just Beachbody coaches, which is fine. Honestly, that's probably all Bonnie's are too. So, let's see, friend request. Okay, then the next thing for expanding your network, kind of in line with that, is the memory jogger. I know we've talked about this before, but it's in the back office. And if you go to Eric Worre's website, he has an awesome one. It's 80 pages, but he's intense. Yeah. He has a sweet video too, if you want to Google this video about expanding your network or growing your team or something. It's called 20 and 30 or 30 and 20. I forget which. I should look it up, but it's an hour-long video, so it's wicked long. but it's about like busting it out for 30 days straight. I mean, he's intense, and it's not quite the same as like our internet business. So it's a little bit different. You kind of have to figure out how, like, because we don't go to do presentations to people, but it's an awesome video. So his memory jogger is wicked sweet, because like, I was thinking about this the other day. If you think like, I was looking at the memory jogger and I looked at one of the categories and it was dentist. And I was like, okay, my dentist, I don't really know him, but the receptionist, I was like, what was her name? And then I was thinking of my mom's dentist, and because that was kind of a family friend, and this lady that I know that works at the dentist, and I'm Facebook friends with her. And so I looked at her page, and then I was like, one of the people that works there is someone I went to high school. So it's like, you know, it's like a chain reaction, like that 7 degrees of separation or whatever. Like, you just think of one thing or one field or one person, and think of all the people that you know related to them, and either friend request them, just create a contact list, get their email address. Also, I have a lot of older customers right now, and they're so not into Facebook. Like, they do not get it. So I'm like dealing with emails all day, and which is fine. It's just a different way of doing things. But, you know, those people that you may not have them on Facebook, you know, shoot out an email. Like, especially if you have a bunch of them, just do a bulk email. Be like, hey guys, this is what I'm doing. Like, let me know if you or anyone you know is interested in anything health and fitness related. All right. So those are the 2 for that. Next is free groups. And we talked a little bit about this when we talked about challenge groups, like way back in the day, but I am still getting, actually I got to follow up with this girl. I'm still getting customers, from a free a free group that I did back in October. It was called like Buns, Guns, and Abs. It was a 30-day challenge. And what we did, like the first day it was an event. I'm sorry, not a group. So this was an event. It was a 30-day event. And like the first day, say you did like 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, and 10 lunges. And it increased every day. If you look on Pinterest for like 30-day, exercise things, there are millions of them. I just picked one that I could handle, that didn't involve, push-ups or something. I don't know, whatever. But something I didn't want to do. So anyway, so I created an event, and I invited everyone I knew to it, that I thought would be moderately interested. You know how like sometimes Jamberry and like other MLMs get a bad rep for adding you to a group, and you're like, I didn't want to be in this group. Like, I'm in like 10 Jamberry groups right now, and they're like potential customers, so I'm just staying in there. And I'm like, oh, fine. But anyways, so in some regards, I don't love that idea for the events, because people are just in it. I had like, it's a weird situation. I had one girl get furious with me, like lost it that she was invited because it wouldn't get off her Google Calendar. And I was like, I don't know how to fix that. I was like, you can leave the group. Like, I'll delete you from it. Absolutely. And she was a discount coach for like 6 months, like 3 months after that. I don't even know. She's crazy. But, so, that pros and cons to everything. But I ended up having about 150 people in the group, and it was amazing. It was people I'd never known. And if you search in Team Positude under Jatana, Jatana, who actually Autumn Calabrese commented about today, did a post about, she was Miss Virginia or whatever. But anyways, if you search her name in Team Positude, you'll see a PDF that she created with her outline of what she says to people for this free group. She had one that went viral at this time last year, so we all kind of did it after that. And you can do any group. I would, if it was me, I'd do something that you're passionate about. Everyone does clean eating groups. If you're not, I mean, obviously we all eat clean because that's what the 21 Day Fix focuses on, but if you're not super passionate about it and you can't talk about it for 5 hours straight, don't do it. You can do a running group. You can do chugging water group. I'm doing that free well, it's not free, I guess, but that Shakeology group next week, which I wanted to tell you guys, you can advertise for also if you have packets. I don't know if you saw it on my page. I'm doing I'll share it in our team page, but 7-day like Shakeology test group or something. And so I'm giving everyone samples. They have to pay $30 for the sample packets. It's for 6 sample packets, whatever. And then we'll do some like little exercises and stuff in it just to get people going on it. So far, I think I only have 2 people, but that's all right. But that's just an idea. So hopefully if they do it for 6 days continuously, you can almost guarantee that they're going to like it and stick with it. I mean, that would be my hope. So You could do any free group that you wanted. And what you do is you can do an event or a group. I like events personally for the free things. And then you can just add everyone to it, and then you make them all become your friends. So you gain like tons of new friends. Say share, bring your friends, like make it a whole big thing. I did a few giveaways in mine, like I did a Shaco bottle with a packet and a resistance band and a few things like that in it, just to make it fun. But that you get so many people for. So you just want to do, try different things like that, like a free group. Obviously the shorter the groups, usually the better, because people like die out towards the end. I think I did 30 days and it was long and hard. But I'm still getting customers from it, like probably one a month that I didn't know before that. And I keep up with those people. Like I, message them when I do my follow-ups and stuff once a month. But, so that's a great way to expand your network. It gets you to people that you've never met before, like all over the country, which is awesome. Yeah, you may not get customers. You may not get a single customer from a whole group, but they're 50 to 100 people watching you now that weren't watching you before. And you never know, if you keep up with them and keep messaging people, if you look for her script, it tells you exactly what to say to everyone. I literally one night sent 150 messages over like a night and a half to every single, I was a copy paste. I just had to re-enter their name. Wasn't a big deal, but to every single person in the group. I mean, it's not that hard. It just tedious, but it was copy paste, so it wasn't too bad. All right, the next idea I had for expanding your network, hold on, is my note says, join groups on Facebook and real life. So joining groups. Today I was looking, like if you go to groups and then it'll say like local, suggested, something. I don't know what the other two options are. I was scrolling through those. Obviously, every other one is something Beachbody related. But like, I was looking for the moms group because that's my target market. So there was one group that I wasn't in, so I requested to join. And I'm not gonna like go in there being like, hey, anyone want to buy from me? But you just hang out in there, you like things, you get acquainted with new people. Eventually, especially in a mom group, someone's gonna be like, oh my God, I feel so fat today, guys. What are you guys doing? Like, anyone want to work out? Anything. You're like, boom, done. Like things like that. Sorry, just got wicked distracted. So for the groups, just completely lost my train of thought. So just keep finding groups of anything you're into. Like if you have pets, look for groups based on the type of dog you have, or cat, or animal. Or I'm sure there's a mothers of 3 group, or a girls mothers group, or religious groups. Like there are tons of things that you can do with your church or anything. And also I wrote join groups in real life. So like, obviously we get to hide behind bars all day and hang out with this, and it's glorious. But the more you can get your face out to anybody, I'm not active in my temple at all, but I like want to be just for this. So I had actually thought about doing a fit club, which we'll get to in a minute, but about doing it at my temple, because that's such a great way to get, even if it's a free event, like, but first of all, that exposes you to hundreds of people, mothers, families, it's a great way to get out there. So if you can do any sort of group, and obviously we're all super busy, so getting out of the house is like the reason why we're Beachbody coaches, but, a running group, or a yoga in the park, or anything like that you can think of. I'll try to think of some more. It's all about network marketing. Like that's literally what we do. If you've read the book, Network Marketing Pro, or whatever it's called, that's all it is meeting new people, talking to people. I actually have my 21-day fix shirt on. I went to daycare the other day for an event for Halloween. I wore my Shakeology sweatshirt. Like, we are a product of the product. I think of it too every time I like don't want to work out, or I just ate a cupcake because I have to bring them to school tomorrow. But I think of those things when I'm making my choices. I'm like, I walk out of my house as a billboard, whether I have my shirt on or not. My Beachbody shirt. I always have a shirt on, whether I have my Beachbody shirt on or not. You know, because people have seen me on Facebook and they expect me to look a certain way and not eat certain things. Like when I'm at the grocery store, it's a small town. So I'm like, not that I would anyways, but if I was putting like Swedish fish in my bag or something at the end of the thing and someone walks by and they're like, hey, I can't believe I just bought from you and now you're buying Swedish fish and you're going to go home and tell me how to cook plain, like get over yourself, right? So I try to keep that in mind when I'm out, but that was a little side tangent. But just on meeting people and expanding your network and talking to anyone, you know, I mean, I've talked to people at the grocery store before, like you can, you know, meet people anywhere. Next is a fit club. I have not done this yet because I'm a little nervous, but I don't know why, but I've been dying to do a fit club. If you look into the FAQ, you can find all the compliance rules on it. It's really not that intense. There's a local place that had asked me to do one, but they were charging a lot of money for it and I didn't feel like doing that. And it was a lot of work through them. But if you have a church or any type of place, like even my office has like a big big gym downstairs, and I thought about doing it there, but it's kind of hard to get to. So anywhere that you could find, even at your house, my house is like minuscule, but I could have done it in my backyard, or like I have a side area at my house, like a city property that I could have done it on in the summer. All you need is your computer, and that's really it. Like you just do a workout DVD. They have like iPhone like little things that you plug in the top of the iPhone for like a projector, so you could always project it if you have a big white wall or if you do it in the gym or something, or in a conference room. You know, you can do one of the workouts that doesn't use weights. You can do any workout on demand. But a fit club is an awesome way because sometimes, especially I feel like my customers, they want the like interaction with people and they want that accountability to like, you know, do it in front of other people and get together. So, you know, it's something to look into. I've read every FAQ about it, but that it's easy and they just have to sign a waiver so you don't get like, you know, sued. But so the fit club's an awesome idea to, you know, say you can charge like $5 if your place makes you, you know, rent out a room or whatever. You can charge money for it. But it's a great way to be like, hey, you want to do a workout, learn what this is all about, bring your family, bring your friends, bring your mother. Like you can do, I forget who I was talking to the other day about like doing a best friends group. Like you could be like, hey, bring your best friend, you know, for this fun workout. And it, you know, something like that. And then on top of that, the other idea is for a shake and share. So this I think is super easy to do around the holidays because like there are a lot of things going on, like cookie swaps or Yankee swaps or holiday parties or anything like that. You can have one at your house. It doesn't have to be like a grand thing. You can have 10 people over, you know, make a couple batches of Shakeology, share about it, talk about it. And then you could even do like a gag gift swap or something little. So it's like not just about Beachbody, but it's about the holidays. It's about getting together with your friends. You know, and I mean, they can bring a friend. People, you know, they don't have to buy there. It's like a no obligation. But sometimes people are so scared of Shakeology because they don't know how it tastes. And it's like that almond milk commercial where like, you're like, what? Just try it. It's a flippin' almond. I'm like, it's chocolate. Just try it. How hard is it? Not that hard. But so that's what the shake and share ideas are good for, especially for like, I don't know about you, but I have some like close friends that won't talk to me about Shakeology, haven't looked at me about it. And I'm like, if I was having a party, they'd come to my house, you know, and so they would try the Shakeology then. I mean, obviously I tell them, but like, you know, the people that are just like, nah, I don't want to, you know, it's a good way to get them and get people together and then get people talking about it and posting about it. Okay. The next thing I have is all other forms of social media. So there are hundreds of other ways besides Facebook to interact with other humans. The number one probably used through Beachbody is a like page. I'd say number 2 after that is YouTube, and then number 3 is Instagram. Those are, and maybe YouTube and Instagram are interchangeable depending on numbers. But I mean, there is Twitter, there's Periscope, there's some that I don't even know. LinkedIn, someone said, like me on LinkedIn or share this on LinkedIn or something. I was like, Eric Worre said that the other day. I was like, who does that? Like, okay. So whatever your blogging, anything like that, whatever your favorite mean of communication is. So if you're super into photography, I'd suggest Instagram. If you're super into writing, a blog. If you're super into talking, YouTube, which is what I always say I'll do, and then I never do that. If you're, if you're just digging Facebook, you can just open up a Facebook like page, which I think all of you have, and you literally just can copy and paste the same thing as on your main personal page to your like page. It doesn't have to be anything like brain crazy new material, because it's reaching a different audience. Your Facebook page, your personal page, is reaching your friends and friends of friends and friends of them. But your like page can reach anyone depending on who you have it marketed towards. And there are also ways to run ads. There are also, ways to sponsor yourself, and you can invite anyone to like that. And also people sometimes find that less personal into their own life, so that that's kind of nice. So you don't you can post like your family and friends and kids and stuff on your personal page, but just keep your like page just strictly business type of stuff 24/7, so that way people are never, none of those people on that page are going to be like, you post too much about health and fitness like some people might on our personal page. The like page is a great one to start. I have a YouTube page. I post whenever I record a video, I post it on YouTube. And I do some hashtags. I actually just reached out to one of my friends who specializes in YouTube, like networking, to see what ideas she had, because you can tag things and stuff. It's crazy. And that's how Lindsay Matway, I think, got her start. She did her transformation picture on YouTube, her transformation video on YouTube, and people just kept reaching out to her about it. And they still are. And same with Katie Hefner. A like page. Instagram, super easy. You gotta watch Chalene Johnson. If you guys are into pictures, that you have to watch the Chalene Johnson thing that Jenny posted today, because because Instagram is a little bit different than the other ones, because it's harder to direct message people. So you have to get them to go to a different source. Periscope, I don't know, I think that's seen its day. Twitter, I have no idea how to use it. I don't even know how to sign into it. I have an account, I think. So I have no advice on that. But no matter which one of those you want to do, all you have to do is click Google how to network market on blank. And you just watch the videos and it's done. Like, nothing is like crazy, to figure out. It's just, watch someone that you like doing it, and that's how it's done. So let me think. I think I had all. Does anyone have any ideas of things that they do that has helped them reach people that isn't just through like their Facebook friends? Anything different or anything?
On the so I'm finishing up a free group right now, and I don't have like hundreds of people, but it's like maybe 20, but it's been a good like learning experience for me. But I got a lot of ideas from Anita Myron on she does clean eating, I think, but mine's not clean eating. But so I when I did my post, it was like this if you want to join the Get to Step In group or whatever. So that's what it's called. And so everyone that liked it got in. I put them in, and I sent them a message and said, your challenge is to get one other friend on board and add them to the group.
Ooh.
So I sent that to everyone. And I had one lady that added 10 people. So
nice. That's a good idea. I love that idea.
Yeah. So if you get 20, then you double it and you get 40, So and you're getting people you don't know. So
that's genius. I love that.
That was Anita Myron's idea, not mine, but I did that with everyone.
Hey, thank you. I love Anita Myron. She's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I got to get back in the free groups. They're tough because like you don't see the instant gratification. So you're like, you can feel like it's a waste of time. And I have to post, I always say I have to post things in a group and I always forget, but I had a girl this week order the 21 Day Fix Challenge pack. Finally. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've been talking to this lady forever. So I looked at my Coach mobile app to see when I originally sent her the link. She ordered on on Tuesday, I think. When I sent her the original link through my Coach mobile app? January 3rd. And I was like, what? 10 months has gone by. Are you kidding me? Like, oh, you could have done like 30 rounds of the 21-day. No, you could have done a lot of rounds of the 21-day fix by now. Like, but okay, in your time. And I checked up with her, every month or so, and she was on the verge like 10 times, then backed out, and then again. I just don't give up, It's that thing that they say, like, you can only say no so many times. So I should look through my messages and see how many times she actually said no. Or she never actually said no, and that she didn't order when she said she was going to. So just keep up with that. Like, it is not instant. And I feel like that's why so many people quit, because we're used to everything in this world being instant. Like, oh, you've been at your job for 3 months, you deserve a raise. Or, this weight loss, even the 21-day fix says you're going to lose 10, 15 pounds in 21 days. Doesn't always happen. Everything is instant. Like, I did this, I want this now. It's just how it goes. And this business is not like that. Even Nikki Johnson's wasn't instant. Like, she worked hard for a year and a half before she, became as successful as she was. Obviously, hers was faster, but I just don't want you guys to think that because, we're not Nikki Johnson, or we're not like anyone that you look up to. Jenny Barron, my success partner yesterday, was comparing herself to Lindsay Matway's, to Lindsay Matway's post. I don't know whether it was an income post or something. And I was like, girl, are you mad? I was like, you cannot compare yourself to her. Like, of all people, first of all, to compare yourself to, that's nuts. But like, the fact that I saw Brittany Leggett's thing yesterday, she makes $50,000 a week, her sponsored ad. And I'm like, I'd go for 2 weeks of your job and be done. Like, I'd be psyched. And, so we can't play that game. And I know it's hard, and especially these times are frustrating. But I looked at my year to year I've been looking at now that, I've been doing it a full year. And I'm at like averaging like 8 to 10 times more per month year over year as I was the year before. So just keep that in mind. Huge growth. No company that you could work for, could say that. So even if you're making $200 now, that could mean you're making $1,600 this time next year, or more. So just keep going. And I know these times are hard. I haven't talked to a coach in 3 weeks that hasn't been struggling, including Nikki. I talked to Nikki Johnson last week and yesterday, and I have a call with her next week. And she was just like, and she admits it on her Facebook page, like, she's having trouble with her workouts. She's starting the Ultimate Reset and stuff. And there's no one that finds it easy. And I just don't want to get discouraged. I had 2 coaches quit this week, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, how does this happen? And then I got 3 new coaches. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, it evens out. But, it's just like, just keep going. It'll turn around, and it's not easy for everyone. Even Nikki Goss, I had my call with her last night, and she goes to me, I am so fed up with pushing so hard for elite right now. She's like, I'm literally going to make it by like points. And I was like, yeah, I know you'll make it, but you'll be fine. And she's like, next year, I'm not pushing this hard at the end. I'm going to be elite by June 1st. And I said, Nikki, even if you made elite by June 1st, which go for it, you totally can, you're going to have other things that you're pushing for. Nikki Johnson's goal was to be 10-star by this time. And now she's pushing for 15-star. There's never a, like, stop pushing time with this. So, it's stressful and it's hard, but it just keeps getting better. I didn't think that I'd be pushing for 2-star right now. Like, that wasn't even on my dream board. That's like bonkers to me, so I just hope you guys don't feel like you're alone if you feel like things are tough right now. It's tough for people's lives. It's tough for, like, we always used to joke in the restaurant business that this is the time of, season that lives change. There are a lot of death, there are a lot of births, there are a lot of breakups, there are a lot of marriages, there are a lot of babies. Like, it's seasonal. It's how things go. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind with everything, and know that there are days when last night I just wanted to crawl up in a ball and hide under my covers. I didn't do it. Only because I have my success partner. Literally, she was like, okay, we can have a call in 10 minutes. I was like, fine. Like, that's it. I'll do it. But even the Nikki Gosses of the world are down right now. So, let's commiserate with the others, so that's all I have. I know that you guys are pushing hard and it's stressful, and you are not alone. Just kidding. I got nothing else. Does anyone have anything? I've been talking for 30 minutes straight.
I don't think so.
Whose kids are up? Brooks?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. Oh, you're right. You're an hour behind. You're still good. All right. Well, I hope you guys message me if you need anything. If you have questions on where to place people. Ooh, if you have questions on where to place people, message me so I can help you. Or about conversations or about anything. Or post it in a group. Our group is dead right now. That's okay.
Everything's been really quiet.
Everything. Even Facebook in general. Like,
Yeah.
Everything. It's so sad. But all I can say is just keep pushing with the same intensity for the next, 6 weeks is left in the year, something like that, 8 weeks. Just keep pushing. I looked back at my thing from January. I had 14 Success Club points when I left Super Saturday, and it was around like the 10th. It was right before my birthday. It was around like the 10th of January, and I had already had 14 Success Club points. Like that, I want you to look forward to that and just keep that in mind, because that's when this hard work will pay off, when everyone is sitting around eating their bonbons this time of year and we're pushing through and they're not. And then come January, they're like, wait, someone had mentioned that she was working out. I want it to be you guys. I want you guys to be the ones that they come to, because you worked out for this whole time and that you ate right for this whole time. And obviously we have our moments and we'll talk about them and stuff. But like, if we keep on doing the things intensified, other people will remember us in January and they'll want to stick with us because they know that we stuck with our programs. The end. I'm so parched. All right, guys, we're gonna run out of time here. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
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 Bye.